Watch. Kylie Jenner secretly married to Travis Scott? If it were up to Eva Longoria, we'd be heading back to Wisteria Lane any day now. It's been 10 years since the finale of Desperate Housewives, and if you've been missing the iconic friend group and watching John Rowland mow the Solis lawn shirtless, you're not alone. In a recent interview, Eva, who starred as Gabrielle Solis, revealed that she would love to do a reboot of the iconic ABC. "Believe me, I would be the first to sign up," Eva said during an appearance on Good Day New York. "Like, I am already on Wisteria Lane, and I'd be like, sign me up." But unfortunately, series creator Mark Cherry isn't as interested. "He feels like he's fully explored those characters," Eva added. "He really was like, kind of a why now? Like why now, what would they be doing? Plus I am 100 years old," she continued, "so I don't know if anyone cares. Trust us Eva, we'd even eat Susan Mayer's cooking if it meant we could get a reboot." Desperate Housewives aired for 8 seasons from 2004 to 2012 and also starred Felicity Huffman, Terry Hatcher, Marcia Cross, Brenda Strong and Nicolette. The co-stars have reunited over the years. In December 2021, Terry reunited with James Denton for Hallmark Channel's holiday movie A Kiss Before Christmas. And, if you're like us, we let this movie be the happy ending Susan and Mike deserved. So what has the rest of the cast been up to since their time on the lane? Scroll below to find out. Terry Hatcher. Since saying goodbye to Susan Mayer when Desperate Housewives wrapped in 2012, Hatcher has had recurring roles on the short-lived CBS sitcom The Odd Couple and Supergirl, while providing the voice of Dottie in the Disney animated film Planes and its sequel Planes, Fire holiday celebrity episode of Chopped Season 17. In 2018, she debuted a YouTube channel called Hatching Change that features the segments Van Therapy and Don't Eat It Out of a Box. Her fallout with the 4 other leads of the show continues to be a topic of conversation, more recently returning to the fore in the aftermath of Felicity Huffman's arrest, WTIH Eva Longoria and creator Mark Cherry seemingly referencing her alleged diva antics on the set. But in December 2021, we got the reunion we had been waiting for. Terry reunited with James Denton for Hallmark Channel's holiday movie A Kiss Before Christmas. Felicity Huffman. After her time on the ABC hit, Huffman starred in the show's American Crime, which earned her 3 consecutive Emmy nominations for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series or Movie, Get Shorty and When They See Us, while appearing in films including Big Game, Cake and Otherhood. The longtime wife of Shameless star William H. Macy had her personal life come to the forefront when she was revealed to be among dozens of parents charged by the FBI and U.S. Attorney General's office in March 2019 in a nationwide college entrance exam cheating scandal. Accused of paying someone $15,000 to pretend to be daughter Sophia and take her SAT exam for her, she was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services fraud. In May, she formally pleaded guilty to honest services fraud and was later sentenced to 14 years in jail. She reported the Federal Correctional Institution in Dublin, Calif, on October 15, 2019 and was released 2 days early because her release date fell on a weekend. Since her release, she's kept a low profile and is set to make her acting return in an upcoming untitled comedy series. Eva Longoria. The erstwhile Gabrielle Solis went on to appear in films like Lowriders, Overboard and Dora and the City of Lost Gold, star in NBC's short-lived telenovela and executive produce Mark Cherry's Desperate Housewives follow-up Devious Maids on Lifetime as well as ABC's short-lived Grand Hotel. She's also begun a robust directing career, helming episodes of the aforementioned series, as well as Jane the Virgin, Black-ish and the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia, among an activist and a businesswoman who's launched her own clothing line and been a vocal, founding member of Time's Up. Longoria began dating and, in 2016, married José Antonio Pepe Bastin Patino, president of Televisa, the largest media company in Latin America. The couple welcomed a son, Santiago Santi, Enrique Bastin, in 2018. Marcia Cross. Since starring as Brie Van de Kamp in all 8 seasons of the show, the former Melrose Place star appeared in a 2015 episode of Law, joining ABC's Quantico in a recurring capacity through 2018. In September of that year, she revealed that she'd successfully completed treatment for anal cancer, which she later shared was linked to the throat cancer her longtime husband Tom Mahoney was diagnosed with in 2009, possibly through the same type of. Nicolette Sheridan. Part of the original cast, Sheridan's Edie Britt was killed off the series during its 5th season after escalating tensions between her and Cherry that ultimately resulted in a $20 million lawsuit against the producer and ABC Television, with the actress claiming wrongful termination, assault and battery, gender violence, discrimination based on sex, sexual orientation, and age, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. With the show's 4 other female leads vowing to support Cherry, the original trial was deemed a mistrial, with Sheridan's attempts at an appeal denied. Since leaving the series, she's starred in a trio of Hallmark films and briefly joined the cast of the CW's Dynasty as the iconic Alexis Carrington before departing 15 episodes into the show's 2nd season. In December 2015, she married Aaron Vipers and quickly filed for divorce the following July. Vipers went on to marry Denise Richards, appearing alongside her on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Stephen Culp. After starring as Brie's husband Rex in the show's 1st season, Culp appeared on shows as varied as NCIS, Grey's Anatomy, Scream Queens, Arrow, How to Get Away with Murder, and American Horror Story, 1984 among others. He also portrayed Congressman Wenham in Marvel's 2014 film Captain America: The Winter Soldier. In 2006, his half-sister Catherine Harvey was murdered along with her husband Brian and their 2 daughters Stella and Ruby. Of the 2 men who were convicted for their murder, one, Ricky Gray, was executed by lethal injection in 2017, while the other, Ray Dandridge, is serving 3 life sentences without the possibility of. Ricardo Antonio Shavira. After 8 seasons spent playing Carlos Solis, Shavira rebounded with a series regular role in the very short-lived NBC comedy Welcome to the Family. Yanked off the schedule after only 3 episodes in 2013. Since then, he's had recurring roles on Scandal, Jane the Virgin and the Santa Clarita Diet. In October 2019, after his former co-worker Huffman was sentenced to just 14 days in federal prison for her role in the college admissions bribery scandal that rocked the country, he took to Twitter to express his disappointment at the light punishment, citing Huffman's white privilege as the source of the. James Denton. The erstwhile Mike Delfino moved his wife Erin O'Brien and their son Shepard and daughter Malin out of Glendale, Caliph, and to Chanhassen, Min. In 2015, he landed a starring role in the Hallmark Channel's series adaptation of its popular film franchise The Good Witch. He's also recurred on Devious Maids and guest starred in NCIS, New Orleans. Doug Savon. Since his 8 seasons as Lynette's husband Tom Scavo, Savon has kept busy making the guest star rounds on TV shows as varied as Criminal Minds, 911, Lucifer and NCIS. Brenda Strong. As the show's omnipresent and deceased narrator Mary Alice Young, Strong was heard often but seen little during time on the show. Since then, she's been much more visible. She starred as Anne Ewing in TNT's 2012 revival of Dallas before recurring as Lex and Lena Luthor's mother Lillian on Supergirl and elevating a recurring role in Season 2 of Netflix's 13 Reasons Why into a regular one for the following season. She's also guested on Scandal, The 100, Fear the Walking Dead and All Rise, among others. In May 2015, she married director-actor John Farmanesh Boca 4 years after divorcing first husband and father of her son Zachary Henri, Tom Henri. Richard Burgi. As Susan's ex-husband Carl Mayer, Burgess' tenure on the show saw his status fluctuate often. Beginning as a recurring guest star in Season 1, he was promoted to series regular in Season 2, demoted to guest in 3 and 4, recurring in 5 and 6, and returning as a guest in 8. Since the show wrapped, he's guest starred on Hawaii 5-0, General Hospital and Devious Maids, among other shows. Dana Delany. After initially declining the role of Bree, Delany joined the show in Season 4 as the mysterious Catherine Mayfair and left after Season 6 to star in her own ABC series, Body of Proof. When the medical procedural was cancelled after 3 seasons, she landed lead roles in short-lived series Hand of God and The Code. In 2016, she also served as the primetime guest host on Turner Classic Movies, filling in for Robert Osborne. Andrea Bowen. After 4 years on the show as a series regular, Bowen spent the rest of the show's run appearing in various limited capacities as Susan's daughter Julie. When the show wrapped, she went on to star in the teen comedy GBF and landing the lead role in a handful of Lifetime and Hallmark films. She also guest starred in a 2013 episode of Scandal. Bowen has also continued her voice work as English version of Aerith Gainsborough in the video games Final Fantasy Explorers, Mobius, Final Fantasy, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Vanessa Williams. After starring as late Wisteria Lane addition Renee Perry in the show's final 2 seasons, Williams starred in the short-lived series 666 Park Avenue and Daytime Divas, recurred on The Good Wife, and guest starred on Broad City, Difficult People, Modern Family and The First Wives Club. She's also continued to provide the voice of Ms. Brown, the Brown M. Jesse Metcalf. Starring as hot gardener John Rowland in the show's first season launched Metcalf to fame. Since then, he's starred in the film John Tucker Must Die, the show's Dallas and Chesapeake Shores, and a handful of made-for-TV movies. In March 2007, he entered rehab for treatment for alcoholism. In January 2020, it was revealed that he and fiancée Cara Santana had split after about 13 years spent together. Mark Moses. As Mary Alice's shady husband Paul Young, Moses starred in the show's first 2 seasons before returning to Wisteria Lane in Season 7 of series regular All Over Again. Since the show wrapped, the actor appeared in the films Cesar Chavez and Bombshell, continued making appearances as Duck Phillips on Mad Men through the show's finale in 2015, and guest starred on shows as varied as Homeland and Grey's Anatomy, among many more. Cody Cash. After starring as Mary Alice's son Zach in the first 2 seasons and later returning as a guest in Seasons 3 and 7, Cash went on to guest star in shows like Law. Sean Pyfrom. With his 8 seasons playing Bree's son Andrew behind him, Pyfrom went on to appear in an episode of Rizzoli Films' Hard Surfaces, Rudy's Canvas and Model Citizen. After Philip Seymour Hoffman's 2014 overdose and death, Pyfrom admitted that, as of February that year, he was 5 months into recovery himself. Kyle MacLachlan. After starring as Bree's second husband Orson in Seasons 3 through 6, MacLachlan quit the show in 2010 so he wouldn't have to keep up his constant cross-country commute from New York City. He did return as a guest star in the show's final 2 seasons, however. Since his time on the show, he's appeared in films like Inside Out, providing the voice of Riley's dad Mr. Anderson, The House with a Clock in Its Walls, and Tesla, recurred on shows like Portlandia and Agent Soft Shield, and returned to his seminal role of Dale Cooper for Showtime's Twin Peaks revival in 2017, earning a Golden Globe nod for Best Actor in a miniseries or television film. Alfre Woodard. After joining the series as new Wisteria Lane resident Betty Applewhite for the show's much-maligned second season, Woodard has kept busy, starring in short-lived shows including My Own Worst Enemy, 3 Rivers, and State of Affairs before joining Netflix's Marvel TV universe as the villainous Mariah Stokes on Luke Cage. She starred in Apple TV's SC. On the film side, she's starred in films like Beauty Shop, The Family That Prays, 12 Years a Slave, Annabelle and the Lion King. Neil McDonough. Since starring as Edie's creepy husband Dave Williams in Season 5 of the show, McDonough has appeared on shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Justified and Altered Carbon while bringing to life the iconic role of Damien Darhk across the Arrowverse. In 2011, he appeared as Dum Dum Dugan in Marvel's Captain America, the First Avenger. He's since appeared in films including Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2, Proud Mary and Sonic the Hedgehog. Since leaving the show, he and wife Ruve Robertson grew their family from 4 to 7, welcoming London Jane in 2010, Clover Elizabeth in 2011 and James Hamilton in 2014. A devout Catholic who refuses to film sex or kissing scenes, McDonough claimed his faith got him fired from the lead role in ABC's short-lived 2010 drama Scoundrels over his refusal to film certain scenes. Drea de Matteo. After spending one season on Wisteria Lane, the show's sixth, as Angie Boleyn, the Sopranos vet joined the cast of Sons of Anarchy through its 2014 finale. Appeared in the films Free Ride and Dark Places, and guest starred on The Mindy Project and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. From 2016 to 18, she co-starred on NBC's Cop drama Shades of Blue and recurred on ABC's A Million Little Things. In April 2011, she and longtime partner Waylon Jennings welcomed their second child, son Waylon Albert Blackjack Jennings. Daughter Alabama Gypsy Rose Jennings was born in 2007. Their relationship ended shortly thereafter. In 2015, she became engaged to Whitesnake bass guitarist Michael Devon just months after a gas explosion and raging fire that destroyed 3 East Village, Manhattan buildings took her home of 22 years. Kevin Rahm. After appearing as Lee, one half of Wisteria Lane's resident gay couple, for the show's final 5 seasons, Rahm continued recurring on Mad Men, guested on Bates Motel and Madam Secretary and co-starred on Lethal Weapon. He also appeared in the films Nightcrawler and Clinical. Shortly before the Desperate Housewives series finale aired, he married cardiothoracic surgeon Amy Lonkar on April 28, 2012. The pair welcomed a daughter 2 years later. Tuck Watkins. Since playing Bob, the other half of Wisteria Lane's gay couple, Watkins guest-starred on shows like Parks and Recreation, Bob's Burgers and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and starred in the 2018 Broadway revival of the play The Boys in the Band, returning to the role of Hank for Ryan Murphy's film adaptation of the revival. In April 2013, he both came out of the closet and revealed that had welcomed twins via a surrogate the prior December. Since 2019, he's been in a relationship with Andrew Rannells, his The Boys in the Band co-star. Mayara Walsh. Since starring in Season 6 as Carlos and Gabrielle's niece Ana Solis, Walsh appeared on shows like The Vampire Diaries, Switched at Birth, The Last Ship and Criminal Minds. Charles Measure. After joining Desperate Housewives in its final season as the Australian real estate developer Ben Faulkner, who went on to marry Williams Renee, Measure appeared in shows as varied as Once Upon a Time, Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce and The Magicians. Jonathan Cake. After starring as Chuck Vance, a detective involved with Crossbreed, in the show's final 2 seasons, Cake has appeared on shows like Law, Affair, SEAL Team, Legends of Tomorrow and Grey's Anatomy. Madison de la Garza. Joining the show as Gabrielle and Carlos' daughter Juanita after the time jump between seasons 4 and 5, de la Garza remained with the show through its series finale. Since the show wrapped in 2012, the younger half-sister of Demi Lovato has grown up. She just turned 18 in December 2019, and appeared in the films Caged No More and No Malone and the show's Good Luck Charlie and Bad Teacher.